Hello everybody, this is Crystallized Wonder. This is not supposed to be the first video that I record for this channel, but because Shane Dawson has released his new series yesterday, while I'm recording this, it is now October 2nd, so he just uploaded it yesterday. And so I am going to introduce this channel by doing a psychic reading on what is going to happen with Shane Dawson and everything after his whole series. So the cards that I'm going to be using, that I know for sure I'm going to be using, are my tea leaf cards. I'm probably going to be using my life purpose deck. I know that I am going to be using my Santa Muerte cards. And I will possibly be drawing a card or two from my Gateway Oracle. So, let's begin. Alright, so let's start first with the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. So we are just going to draw a couple of cards, you know, whatever comes up, comes up. This deck used to have a bag that you could shuffle them in. But I have had this deck for many years, and the bag actually broke, so now I have to shuffle these by hand, which is a little hard considering that there is 200 cards in this deck, and they are all round. I will show you this whole thing here. This is James. This is James Charles. He is the one who's going to have the unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And the trouble and accusations, he is going to accuse Shane of something that he didn't do. This is going to happen in November, so next month, guys. Shane is going to get through this by working with people like, you know, his fiance Rylan, and like people like Jeffree Star, and what is this Cameron man's name? Andrew. But he needs to beware of getting in his own head and letting his own head get too big because of his product launch and everything. So that is what I see so far, is that James is going to be an issue here. Okay, now let's talk about his success. So this is going to be the indicator card, which goes right on the top. Okay, so we've got the vase, got the horse, got the jug again, we have the frying pan as well, We've got the owl. Got the camel. And you guys saw me shuffle. We have the hand. We have lightning. And finally, we have dog far away. So the vase here is a secret admirer. And the horse is a short journey. So, of course, the secret admirer, it's not very secret, but in the case of these cards, they're talking about like somebody who is unknown. Somebody that Shane does not know, which would be like his fans. The horse being the short journey, I don't know if this launch is going to be successful for very long. I mean, obviously, he's going to have like long-term people and fans who are going to buy it, but the initial hype and everything is going to die down pretty quick. The jug, of course, is lighthearted, carefree time, which this could indicate like him just being happy about the launch and how good it's going at first and all that kind of good stuff. But then there's trouble and accusations. So this could be financially, because this is the trouble and accusations is right in the middle here, and it's surrounded by everything else. So he is going to have a little bit of a downfall with the product launch. But the owl being good advice from a wise person, this could be Jeffrey coming in and being like, hey, this is what you need to do. Like, this is how we make this successful. This is how we get long-term profit. The camel is the persevere and you will overcome problems. So Shane, if you're watching this, which I doubt you are, but if you do, then persevere, boy. You are going to be fine financially. You are so worried. You are so anxious. You don't know if things are going to go well. It will go well. You just need to work on it and release more, because this is the overall message that I'm seeing from this, is that your first launch isn't going to have that long-term hype that you wish it would, or that anybody would wish that it would. So come out with something new afterwards. Start working, boy. You're gonna do great. It's just, for the time being, it's not gonna be as great as you would like. So then the hand is in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Again, Jeffrey, he is going to come in and basically save the day. Now, lightning is control your anger or you will be sorry. So if it's, or when it's not going too well, or when you see like sales starting to drop and all that other stuff, because you know, as soon as it comes out, it's gonna boom. It is gonna be like, wha-bam! So you're gonna be very excited, very hyped about it, which is where the other reading had come from, which is beware of getting a big head and beware of self-delusion. So that could cause this anger here that lightning is talking about. Do not let it get a hold of you. Do not get ahead of yourself, because this can give you a bad image. And now the dog far away is a distant friend is thinking of you, which this could be jealousy. Like somebody that he used to be friends with back in the past who he no longer is friends with. Maybe somebody who had been in the beauty industry for a little bit. It could be just, I don't, like, I don't think it's Lisa. I know a lot of people would probably guess that it's Lisa, since she was a big part of his past. And I mean, she's still part of his present, but more so his past, because, you know, they used to date. But it's not Lisa, it is somebody else entirely. But they are going to be jealous. But your close friends as well, because this is not only about jealousy, but it is about your friends being proud of you and proud of who you are and who you have become and where you are in life and what you have done for yourself. So on top of that, sorry, I should prepare better, but this is my first time doing this, so I hope you guys can forgive. let's do some life purpose cards to go on top of the success. We've got spiritual teacher, we've got crystals, we have infinite abundance, we have animals. So of course we know that Shane loves his dogs. He has 2 of them. He absolutely loves them, and he also has a cat. So the animals thing makes so much sense. So the spiritual teacher, I'm trying to show you guys, there you go. The spiritual teacher is about that wise person who's going to give him advice. This card says you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. But in this case, it is going to be Shane who is going to profit from those classes or so-called classes and seminars and stuff. This is just that person coming in to save the day and teach him what he needs to know to be successful. And then of course we have the crystals, which is this card here. It's very pretty. It's really blurry because this camera is not the best. I'm using what I got, guys. It says your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. So Shane, if you don't have crystals already, it may be a good time to look into them and start to use them for your own benefit. Then we have infinite abundance, which is one of the best cards in this deck. It is you're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So this is all about his success, and like what we said before, that even though his first launch is not going to be as successful as he would hope, he is going to have that abundance if he works hard. And so the last card here is animals. Excuse me, guys. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. This could also be like his branding of like the pig. So lots of people, even people that I personally know, love the idea of him coming out with pig merchandise. And even my boyfriend is a huge fan of pigs. So look into more things than just makeup. Make like bags. I think bags was one of the things that's coming out. But like plushies and all these other things, keychains, whatever it is, whatever kind of ideas that you can get, Shane, do it. Do it based off of pigs, based off of like your dogs maybe, even your cat. I know you already have your own merch with like your shirts and everything with like a pig on it and like Cheeto and Uno, but do more. Maybe with Jeffrey, maybe with Morphe. I know Morphe is a makeup brand, but maybe makeup brushes with like little pigs or something on them. I don't know if that's part of your planning, but if it's not, do it. People will love it. Now we are going to get into the Santa Muerte Tarot. These are absolutely beautiful cards. Santa Muerte is a goddess that has been in my life for a while now, and she is wonderful. She will tell you what is what, and she don't give a crap. Oh, that card came out. Alright, let's set that one aside. Alright, so the first card here is the Strength card reversed. So when this card is reversed, this means that Shane isn't tapping into his inner strength, and he knows that he has it. Which we all, or not all of us, but anybody who loves Shane Dawson and has watched him thus far knows that he has a lot of inner strength. He has gone through so much and he has not quit. So this does not like indicate a lack of strength so much as it does that he is letting fear and anxiety or low self-esteem paralyze him. which you could see in the video, actually. The fact that he was so nervous and like just anxious and everything about what was going on. He was almost paralyzed, and you could see it. And I mean, I get his fear of flying and everything, but that literally paralyzed him. I mean, good on him that he actually did it, but you know. But now more than ever, he needs to summon his inner resolve and self-belief to pull him out of his current situation. He has the strength that he needs to get over his obstacles. He just has like simply lost touch with it. And that disconnection is leaving him feeling weak, vulnerable, and lacking confidence. He needs to focus on the positive and stay away from people who make him feel inadequate. And he needs to spend time with the people who build him up. So thankfully, he's got Jeffree Star who builds him up. He has Ryland who builds him up. He's got Morgan. He's got Andrew. He's got all these people around him who build him up. But this card is indicating that behind the scenes, there are some people who don't do that and who don't actually like fully support him. He needs to stay away from them. He needs to get his confidence back. He needs to realize he has that strength. He needs to realize, or he needs to relearn how to use it, especially for this new launch and everything, and the series that he's coming out with. Now this next card, even though it is reversed, this is the Eight of Swords, it can also, or this is usually a positive card, which is about like being hopeful and being strong and ignoring criticism and standing up to abuse and taking back control and being clear-minded and all of this kind of stuff, and like overcoming obstacles and asking for help. But this card is also about being paralyzed by fear and also about severe depression and having and surrendering to pressure or being under extreme oppression. For Shane, I feel like he is going to have the more positive effect of this card. He is going to get through this. He is going to have those people around him who are like, no, like, stop doing this to yourself. Stop letting other people do this to you. You've gone through worse before. Let's do this. And then here we have the Queen of Swords. So, which is interesting that a female has shown up here. I don't know how many like females that he has really, really close in his life, and I don't know their signs, but this card is usually a female who is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. So, you know, air signs, or somebody who has a lot of traits of those signs. Somebody who is quick-witted, fair, funny, sophisticated, independent, and capable, and who isn't really clingy or needy. She is somebody who will say it, or who will, okay, sorry guys, my camera battery died. So going back to this card, which is the Queen of Swords. So this is somebody who will tell it like it is. She also represents a mature, or she is a mature female or a feminine person who is chatty, quirky, forthright, and supportive. Honestly, this could be Morgan. I know she's not somebody who would be like this is how you need to do it, but this also could be Jeffree. He is not an air sign, I know that. He is a Scorpio, but he is somebody who is honest and truthful and candid. He is very intelligent. He is somebody who is a protector. He will help, especially somebody like Shane, to get over problems and obstacles, and who will step in when he is vulnerable. So honestly, this card could be representing Jeffree Star. So with these three, It's all about Shane getting over his fears and his anxieties over what is going on and the possible fame. This is him coming over it or overcoming all of that stuff. And then this is Jeffrey. This is the support. This is the person who will tell him what is what. Okay, and now we are moving on to the card that actually jumped out, which is the Page of Swords. So a page is usually somebody who is younger or somebody who is immature, but this is also, it doesn't always mean that way. This could also be bad or disappointing news or lack of ideas, planning, and inspiration. So this goes back to what I was saying before about how Shane should come out with new products after this launch that will be successful. He may have some issues with inspiration. He may have some issues with ideas. He might even turn to, his fans to ask for ideas and inspiration. But this card can also represent somebody who is being defensive, cold, vindictive, cynical, and sarcastic. So he needs to get his head out of the clouds, and he might be a little scatterbrained or dim-witted in this matter after, the whole hype and everything that I represented, or that I said earlier. This is about a lack of fairness and not speaking out against injustice. This card can also say that you may not have anything to say, or that he may be lacking in his communication skills, which he jokes about a lot, actually. So he needs to communicate with people, but he needs to watch the way that he does it. If he does it more in a defensive manner, it could very much hurt him. And this also is a lack of education, not so much of him being like dumb or uneducated. This is just about him not really knowing much about the beauty career and just jumping right into it without really knowing anything. This is also a card of mind games, or somebody playing mind games. Some malicious gossip and some paranoia, which we did see in the first part of his series. This can also be somebody who is very manipulative. This could be James Charles, which I had mentioned earlier, being the one who is going to attack Shane for really no good reason. This is what I was kind of looking for, the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is money card. Money, 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 money. But this card, because it is reversed, it means missed opportunities or lack of opportunities. This is really not a good card to get because it can represent opportunities, prospects, or deals falling through. This can also be delays, lack of planning, and poor control. So he needs to make sure that he is putting in the work and planning to achieve his goals. This card can also be deficiency or insecurity or instability. It can indicate that he may be allowing fears or not having what he needs to influence his behavior and causing him to act in a stingy and greedy manner. This can also represent a lack of forethought and excessive spending. So, honey, Shane, don't blow it. Do not blow it all. Save your money, honey, because you're gonna need to. You are going to need to. I repeat, save that money. Do not spend it all. Card is the Hermit, and it is reversed. Excuse me. This is showing his paranoia, his antisocial tendencies, being paralyzed by fear. This is the third card about being paralyzed by fear. Shane, you do not have to be afraid. I know things are gonna get to a point where it's going to be really scary and you're not going to know if you're going to be successful in this or if people are even going to continue to like you or what you're doing. Honey, do not be afraid. Get back out there, girl. You need to get off of your ass after you fall and get back out there with the new ideas, the new products, all that kind of good stuff. 'Cause girl, we'll be waiting. And now this card here is the Six of Cups. So honey, it's gonna be alright. You are gonna have so much support, so much protection. This is a card that shows like his innocence, youthfulness, which in this case is not like actual like age, but more so of him being new to this industry. This is about homesickness, which could be like him going on trips and missing home because he's gone for so long and so often. This card is also about children though, and family. So Shane, I know Rylan and you have been talking about children before, or had talked about children before. This could be it, hun. This could be it. I'm telling you, this could be it. But more so because of all the other cards that have been coming up. This is about your lack of experience in this industry, the beauty industry. This is your lack of experience. This is also reminiscing about somebody from your past. But it is also about having that support, which we mentioned, or which I mentioned in the tea leaf reading. This is support. You are going to have it available to you from your family and your close friends. So, it's okay. You're going to be fine. This is your first time doing this sort of thing. It's okay to crash and burn. A lot of people do on their first time, on their first attempts. You're going to do fine. Do not let it get you down. And now finally, I'm going to get into this Gateway Oracle. We'll draw a couple of cards from here to finish this up. Alright, so Shane, you've got Awakening Ancient Wisdom. It says, deep inner knowing is emerging within me. You have what it takes. You have the smarts. You know what to do. Now put it into action. What you're doing right now, like I said before, you're new. You can expect downfalls. You can expect failures. Failures are what makes you who you are. This is going to awaken that knowledge in you. This is about you being more knowledgeable for the next time around. Soaring into joy. Childlike wonder fills my life. Honey, everything's fine. This is all about having those successes, especially after a fall, and taking those chances, taking those risks. You are going to be okay, especially because you have this last card here, which is receiving from angels. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. You are protected. You are watched over. Even when this first attempt flops, trust that you are protected. Trust that you are supported. Trust that you still have people around, even fans, but especially your friends and your family. You are supported. And people are going to be waiting and so excited for a new thing from you. Keep going, honey. Let's do one more. Looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. You are going to shine. This is your success. So look deep within yourself and find it. Pull out that strength. Pull out that confidence. It's okay to ask for help. You're gonna do great. Just keep it up. So that is gonna be it for this video, guys. This is the first video on the channel. I am so sorry that it had to be a reading. I didn't want to do this next week because I don't know when he plans to come out with the second part. So I wanted to get this done and over with right away. So this was the result. So all in all, Shane, you're gonna do fine. This first launch, it's not gonna be great. The hype is there, but it's gonna die out quickly. Start planning. You're gonna need it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you subscribe and you like this video. So yeah, bye.